Please help support the channel by visiting our Amazon store, affiliate link below.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and this news is going to make a lot of anti-EA people extremely happy because Belgium just announced that loot boxes are gambling and wants them banned in Europe. Now, last week, when all of this Battlefront 2 hoopla was going down, the Belgian Gaming Commission essentially, was like, hey, we're going to investigate this to see whether or not it is considered gambling. There are people out there who have arguments on both sides of the coin. I don't view loot boxes as gambling, but I have come out and said that I do feel that the way it was implemented inside of Battlefront 2 was very questionable. It was very poorly explained. And if you didn't take the time to understand the system, yeah, you can feel like you have no other option rather than to spend real money in order to sell this, right? And so, or to get the upgrades, to get the cards you need to play the game. So there are clearly issues there, but I'm actually okay with this. If it pushes them to better represent what the aspect of that game is, then I'm okay with that. So it says here, last week, Belgium's Gaming Commission announced it had launched an investigation into whether loot boxes available for purchase in games like Overwatch and Star Wars Battlefront 2 constitute a form of gambling. Today, VTM News reported that the ruling is in, and the answer is yes. Okay, Overwatch and Battlefront 2 in two entirely different systems. And this is where we're going to start seeing a lot of problems coming up about the definition of loot boxes, loot crates, and gambling. In Overwatch, you do earn boxes, loot crates, you do get them, and you get cosmetic gear. So is cosmetic loot boxes considered gambling? Right? I don't know. I mean, people like to go back to the CSGO Lotto situation where they were also gambling or, playing loot boxes for cosmetic items. But those cosmetic items could in turn then be sold on a third-party website for real cash. As far as I know, and hey, I could be wrong, I have no problem admitting that, if that's the case for Overwatch, then I could view that as a huge industry problem. Now, when it came to the situation involving CSGO Lotto, I did accuse Valve of being very complicit in that, simply because the value of that particular industry was around $2.3 billion, and it had gotten to that point over the span of like 16 months or something along those lines. Valve had to have known that was going to be going on, and so clearly there was an issue, an issue there. In the case of Overwatch and Battlefront 2, these are just in-game items. No way of transferring those items to a third-party website yet. So there are different classifications here for what's going on, and I've seen many people that have attempted to conflate the two, trying to say that this is the exact same as CSGO Lotto. I do not agree with that. Period. Point blank, full stop. If you have a good argument for as to why they're the same, then let me know. But I'm down to listen. Absolutely. So it says that the Google translation is a little sloppy, but the message is clear enough. The mixing of money and addiction is gambling, the Gaming Commission declared. Belgium's Minister of Justice, Cohen Jeans, also weighed in, saying mixing gambling and gaming, especially at a young age, is dangerous for the mental health of the child. Again, I think a lot of this boils down, in the case of Battlefront, to a very poorly described system. Not defending EA, they actually need to fix that. And I'm glad they pulled microtransactions while they sort this whole mess out. But I don't agree with that statement, though. I'm sorry, I just don't agree with that statement. Gambling is a specific thing. I worked for casinos. I had my gaming commission license. Many family members of mine work for casinos. Many friends of mine work for casinos. We've all discussed this issue. None of us view it as gambling. I think they run parallel, but they're not the same thing. All right. I could understand the argument of removing microtransactions because that comes across as scummy. But when the game is kind of, especially Battlefront 2, I do want to clarify the Battlefront 2 system, as I pointed out before, is one that needs more explanation. And having it be the loot crate system can be very confusing, and I think that is a problem. So I don't want there to be any mistake about that. But you're not forced to spend any real money. And that's the issue here. That's the issue here. Trying to say that Overwatch, where you do earn loot boxes in game, constitutes as gambling is a false narrative, in my opinion. Sure, you can spend real money to buy these things, but that's entirely optional, and that's entirely on you, the consumer, if you want to do it. There are, I think, proper distinctions here that need to be laid out, and I think the Belgian Gaming Commission, I get what they're saying, but I also feel like they're kind of like, especially if this article is saying, you know, Overwatch and Battlefront 2, they're not the same. And I feel like trying to mix everything like that under one umbrella is just not gonna work well for anyone, to be honest with you. So it says that according to the report, they want to ban in-game purchases outright, saying if you don't know exactly what you're purchasing, okay, and not just in Belgium. He says the process will take time because we have to go to Europe. We will certainly try and ban it. I don't know if you're going to be able to ban it, because it goes against the concept of you know, of a creation. Right now, it's like, I know people out there hate this stuff, and I get it. I'm of the mindset where these companies can create what they want to create. They can sell what they want to sell. I'm a capitalist at heart. Let the free market decide. And hey, I'm not going to lie, the free market has decided here. Okay, if you look at just the reports coming in, this one right here from Forbes, Star Wars Battlefront 2's UK sales are down 50% compared to Battlefield 1. I mean, people are not buying this game. Sales are down. Disney and EA are absolutely feeling it. And that is something that, you know, I think is a win for the gaming community. To put your money where your mouth is, to not purchase this stuff, is good. Okay, I bought it. I made no mistake about that. I made no apology for buying it. I like it. It's a fun game. I also understand how the game works, and then I'm still not spending any money on anything, and I'm still unlocking stuff as I play through. So, but at the same time, I do understand why people are upset, and I do feel that if gamers want to vote with their wallet, which they are doing, and they're not buying this game, that is going to send a strong message out to the rest of the gaming industry, and especially when it comes to a very, very, very popular title like this. When it comes to a very, very, very popular title, a tie-in game for what's going to be the year's biggest movie. Yeah. Oh, no. You guys don't realize what you've done. You guys really don't realize what you've done. And hey, look, it's for the best. Well, I may not agree with everything. I'm not going to lie that this is not for the best. So essentially what's going to happen here is, you know, right now, Lucasfilm is citing by EA's decision to not act. We know that Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, called EA personally to get involved, to get them to pull it. And now they're going to try to play buddy-buddy with them, saying, oh, no, they did the right thing. They're going to reassess it and bring it back at a later date. Because EA spent a lot of money on the licensing rights for Star Wars, and they want to make the cash. And now I don't know if they'll ever be able to ever regain that level of trust of the gaming community. Now, here's my assessment, though. My assessment is going to essentially be that when the movie comes out, right before Christmas, right, 10 days before Christmas, Battlefront 2 is going to sell lots of copies to kids on Christmas. Now, hopefully, with the microtransactions disabled, we shouldn't have to worry about a lot of kids, you know, blowing through their parents' money like that. If they have their credit cards hooked in to purchases on the store. With any luck, parents will, again, take the personal responsibility. See, this is the thing I'm going to catch a little bit of shit for, but I want to put it out there. I do feel that this is a situation of where there are things to change on multiple fronts. The companies need to change how they address these systems. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is a very odd system. People need to take personal responsibility for the purchases that they make, that they are of their own volition making. And parents need to be aware of what their kids are playing and also monitor that to make sure their kids aren't making any unwanted or unwarranted purchases. So there's a trifecta here of essentially personal responsibility. And that's my entire argument here. As a capitalist at heart, I want these companies to be able to make whatever they want. I want the market to be able to respond. Here, the market responded and is just like, no, screw you, F that, you know, it's over. And you guys won, and you guys did a good thing. I'm disagreeing with every aspect of what people are saying. The overall message, you know, the overall aspect of it, I'm on board with. So save your hate comments. Trying to whatever. Okay, I'm agreeing with you. I just don't agree with every piece of it. But in this particular case, it worked out well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But it doesn't look good for Battlefront 2 once that trust has been destroyed. essentially. It's which it has been in numerous cases. It's going to reflect negatively on EA. I wouldn't be surprised if Lucas actually does start to pull back and maybe give the license to Activision or something, or whenever the license is up for renewal, to not renew with EA, which is then going to really hurt Respawn Entertainment because they just purchased Respawn, because Respawn, after Titanfall 2, an excellent shooter, BT dubs, is supposedly working on a Star Wars game. And if they lose their license, then we'll never get that. And honestly, I feel DICE should transfer over Battlefront to Respawn. Hopefully we'll get, hopefully that something like that will happen. But in the same time, look, I just want to make this, the last point I'll make here. EA is a crappy company, and they done goofed here, and you guys responded, and you guys won. So that is good. All right. There's no mistake about that. There's the story today broke about EA firing the developer of Plants vs. Zombies because he wouldn't put microtransactions in the game. Yeah. Goes to show you that it's a crappy company. So I just want to make that abundantly clear, because there's a lot of back and forth on the subject matter. I'm on gamer sides here. I just also believe in personal responsibility, and this is one of those rare moments where they kind of go head to head. So leave your comments below. They'll definitely be fun, and I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Peace out.
Hey guys, that wraps up this video. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so below. I love to read your guys' input. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help me in the YouTube algorithm. If you want to support the channel, there's the Amazon affiliate store, there's PayPal, there's Patreon, there's Bitcoin. And if you're bored and you want something else to watch, check out 3 Buck Theater up here. My name is Matt Jarbo. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a wonderful day. Peace out.